Hi, welcome or welcome back. We're going to do some zodiac specific readings, and this one, it looks like it is for Pisces. You may be dealing with a Scorpio. That was on the bottom of the deck, so some heavy water signs or a Scorpio area of your chart. Your Pisces card went absolutely flying. I'll give you a peek at that. It's so beautiful with the koi fish here. So yeah, there's some deep emotional connectivity going through. Let's get you some animal totem cards here, Pisces. For Pisces, got one flipping out here, and it is Grizzly Bear. Power. I am indestructible. I honor my intuition and go where it leads. Love and gentleness are my real strength. I never give up. I will succeed. So I do note that the fish is generally Pisces and you're coming out as the grizzly bear. So I don't know this if it hadn't been for this coming out as a Pisces card, I might overlook this and say, yeah, go, 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 grizzly. But it almost feels as though you're in the grip of a powerful situation over which you feel that you have very little control. It feels as though something is quite oppressive, that something is squeezing you. Uh, for some, I know this could be a very troubling situation or circumstance with a loved one, for instance, health of a loved one or something. Um, Honoring the intuition here, and don't give up hope even when it seems all is lost. Underneath we have snow leopard, self-reliance. You're strongly independent and often solitary. Integrity is important for your best outcome. Cloak yourself with invisibility and walk with the shamans. Use your intuition and let your life unfold in silent perfection. So there may be a need for you to move in silence with some matter. So if something is troubling, it looks like you're applying some of your inner resources to this situation to manifest an outcome with unconventional means. So we've got the zodiac signs removed from this astrological deck because that's what I'm using to see whose reading is for who. But I do want to get a couple more cards here to see what else. Okay. Underneath we have debilitated, discomfort. Yeah, there's split decision. You see how it's like I could go left or I could go right, but both staircases have the same number of stairs. They both lead to the top stairs. It's like no matter which way I go, it seems like there's something such as this grizzly bear that really has an iron grip around a situation somehow. And so your typical powers are feeling a little more futile than they could be, but it's like with this discomfort and the debilitation. But then we have this don't give up type of an attitude here. It seems like something may be, if you keep applying whatever it is that's your inner gifts, there's something that's going to be moving. So let's look at these other cards. There's a stack here. On top we have second house, resources. So this is possibly our personal resources. It can also talk about our personal values. With that arrow through the apple, it always looks to me as though the arrow may have not only pierced the apple, but pierced the palm of the hand as well. So I don't know if this has to do with somebody, for instance, being overextended with their money, or something is costing you more than you thought it would. It looks like whatever that you have on your financials, whether that's like a big home mortgage or a car loan or student loans or debt in some other way, it looks like this is creating a little bit of discomfort for you as well. Like you could do more, but there's money tied up into something else here. Maybe it's because you've had this predisposition to rely only on yourself and be independent and solitary. But with this, integrity is important. It's kind of reminding us to don't lose sight of your integrity. I'll just leave it at that. It could be any number of things. But cloaking yourself with invisibility here in regards to resources, I think that the Daily Dharma today talked quite a bit about the magnetism and alignment that goes into the law of attraction and how we actually magnetize or complicate or debilitate our ability to create a clear, open pathway towards our goal. So next we have the 12th house, introspection. The 12th house is the closet of the zodiac. So maybe something, okay, so it doesn't have to be financial, but for simplicity's sake, we're going to refer to it as your money, but it can absolutely be an attitude of poverty or feeling that we don't have the energy to continue something, to fight something, or to continue to set a boundary or something such as this. The 12th house is like, look deep within yourself for that activating awareness of all of your inner reserves, so that even when you find yourself in the grips of so-called death, figuratively or literally, that there's always something perhaps that this fish can do, even if it's wounded here. I have absolutely seen fish in buckets that flip out and go and flop themselves right down the road until they can get someplace, and they're slippery as can be. They can slip right out of the jaws of one situation if they continue to wait for that perfect opportunity. There's always some type of hope here, it looks. And I don't mean to giggle. It seems silly to compare it to the fish jumping out of the bucket, but it gives this idea of like it's been harvested, pulled from its home, stuck in this tiny little tank, and now it's like, oh well, this is my life now, this never-ending stairway to nowhere. Because even then, the stairways double back and come right back down to the beginning. I don't know if you guys have ever seen the old movie Labyrinth with David Bowie. There's this scene at the end at his palace where all of the stairways and things, it's like this optical illusion where she's crawling up the stairs and then all of a sudden she's going back down towards the wrong direction. It's like, or the moving stairways that are depicted in the Hogwarts series with Harry Potter. Neptune vision comes next. Neptune is your ruler. I'd say keep to your vision, keep the faith and the hope alive, because that is one of Pisces' strongest suits, is their own vision that goes beyond evidence of whatever it is. And here we have immunum coli. It's that furthest lowest point on the chart, the root of the chart. And so it's talking quite a bit about your family roots, your foundational awareness and strengths, and your soul essence that you can lean back on when all else material is dissipating. And this can even be, even though it's talking about the root and the essential need to stay grounded, to take care of yourself when something is quite troubling, make sure that you're taking good care of yourself and getting your rest and getting your nutrition with that apple, um, and so on and so forth, connecting with your family, but connecting with the earth. But what I'm really getting out of this is to stay grounded in your spiritual roots with the vision of Neptune and the fact that you're Pisces. It's like if you feel disempowered in some type of a way, in a discomfort zone, getting grounded will help you to stay grounded to stay centered in your faith, that you have that you have the capacity to overcome something here. And I don't want to paint the picture that everything is always works out, because we've had a little bit of that too. Like, I know that sometimes, for instance, I'm not saying this is going to happen for you, but sometimes individuals don't get better. Some individuals don't heal. But I would say that part of this utilizing our resources is that if some situation is in fact beyond our control and we are facing something that's very final and sad, then part of our vision here with that introspection is that we understand that connectivity between loved ones, for instance, is one of those resources, and our extreme faith in those things can be those exact situations and knowledge and the wisdom that, as this shaman who has comforted ourselves through all of this debilitating situation, that one of our resources is to set other people's hearts and minds at ease going through this, to be the anchor and the loving safe harbor for another individual to make it through difficult circumstances. So you may be somebody who's doing this for your family, your friends, or so on. Let's see, a few cards here for you. Okay, that was quite a bit. The first one out is Six of Forces, the waterfall. I'm seeing this as probably tears, sadness coming through, very intense sadness perhaps that is coming in a situation. It looks like you're being prepared for something. This may not be everybody's reading, but I believe that some people here are being told to prepare for the loss of a situation, or for many, I know that we've got some hurricane activity going on, and this may be, your family home, your loved ones, their resources, very real concerns about the water's force to spoil your home. Like, there are places in Florida where you don't get flood insurance. I understand it's just not a thing because it's impossible or something. I am not educated on that, but you'll have to clear it up in the comments if you understand or know that. But it looks like you're preparing for something here that you have no control over, and you being this fish, it's like you're being uprooted from your home environment, taken out and putting into temporary holding tank here, and anticipating this big blow and kind of preparing yourself and hoping for the best, but really trying to stay present and thankful for being safe yourself or having some type of foresight. Archangel Michael shows up being protective over us and our loved ones, guiding us through across some type of a bridge, guardian angel over a bridge. With Karmic Trench coming next, the Four of Scrolls, there's information stepping forward about our attachments. Not all attachments are evil, of course. Our attachments to people and to possessions and to the lifestyle that we've created or had so far is like everything that we know is now at risk or insecure here. And it's kind of with this Karmic Trench telling us this is part of our lesson in detachment and simplicity. With the Buddha prepares, because Buddhism celebrates the simplicity and detachment. Stay present, yes, with Adsum. Listen to your guides and guardian angels and so on. Be present in your faith and stay the course in that way. Now we have Archangel Gabriel coming forward. Wow. Oh, and below that, Saint Germain. Gabriel is the angel of judgment and declaration. And so Archangel is the voice and the truth and the justice, and Gabriel is the messenger God, the one who sounds the trumpet of judgment. And so it's like the two angels are here to help us to understand that what is going on, even though it's beyond our control, we need not feel um, well, I don't even want to say what we need or don't need to feel, because this is an extreme emotional situation for you, and I don't want to pretend that that I understand or to minimize your process. Here we have 14, Saint Germain, the initiation and the count, Saint Germain. It's about transformation, alchemy, release, and knowing that you are the light of God itself. And so don't hold back. If you feel like there's something that you can offer, oh my goodness, then step forward and do so, because you are able to help or to serve or to um, inspire and transform other individuals. You're able to bring hope and faith to a situation when all may be very close to being lost, if not feeling lost. So yeah, you may be the anchor in a family or in a situation here, or some type of safe harbor. Here we have, finalizing the reading, Archangel Raphael. Archangel Raphael is the angel of the heart space, of healing and the rejuvenation process. So this to me is talking about this self-reliance. It's like you are the embodiment of that unconditional loving spirit from beyond what people are experiencing here. So let's see, we've got 4 angels and ascended masters here, 3 angels, 1 ascended master. And then with the add some card, it's like if somebody is passing away, a loved one or so on, it's saying here that there's a gathering around of spirit of ancestors, and this individual is not going to be alone. You will not be alone. Your loved ones are here helping you, guiding you, attempting to soothe you in your times of fear, loneliness, isolation, and anxiety, those sleepless nights. Know that your loved ones and the divine is powerfully right there with you, having your back and preparing you. And this may be a time where you will need to retreat into yourself, unto your self-reliance, and that there may not be a lot of predictable comfort and things that we've learned to take for granted, but that ultimately, if we are able to stay present in our faith and in our vision, and to clue in to those messages here, we will be the anchor deeply rooted in the storm. Yeah, it seems like you're really dealing with some very difficult circumstances. We've got Divine Masculine coming out. One more here. Take those and those. Underneath, Conception. So new ideas about a situation coming forward. And cards here. Let's see. Divine Masculine, number 22, master number. This is about the ability to not only understand, but to recognize our capacity for something. Again, with that self-reliance, it's like with knowledge comes the ability to choose, and with the ability to choose comes action. And so you're able to understand and see through a situation to what can be done and what can be said, and taking the reins of something to make sure to mobilize something. you are also protecting your loved ones and making a good judgment call here to transform some type of hopeless situation. And some of you, this is a family dynamic that's being healed through something painful. I apologize for this difficult message. I had no idea it was coming out. So, Cosmic Flower number 18 talks to me often about the Moon card, which is also important with Pisces energy. Cosmic Flower has to do with the karmic trench and our ability to believe in ourselves to such an extent that we take new action. It's an actual leadership role, like, for instance, stepping into a new role when it's been vacated. Like if the boss can't be there and something happens, then who's going to step up and take the leadership? Or a bunch of kids hanging out and somebody gets in trouble, who's going to be the voice of reason? It looks like this is an activation of your ability to take up leadership role here and to act with presence and authority in a situation, but also with compassion. So, a very mature response here. Dynamic. Things are chaotic right now, and it looks like amidst the storm, you've got third eye and solar plexus here. You're able to clue into the intuition and then put it into courageous action with some type of creative flair. So this could even be soothing comments made at a time when people are really needing that direction, hope, and faith. It's like you're coming through and creating some type of stability in a challenging circumstance. So my extreme condolences if anything is happening with life and death. Let's see. Let's get you some closing supportive guidance or other messages for our Pisces. Yes, take great care of yourself. Change directions with ease. This is time for a change, shape-shifting, or your soul's evolution. It's time to reconsider what you're wanting. You may be in for a surprise. And underneath here, empower yourself. Tune into your personal power. You're more than able to handle the situation facing you. Allow yourself to be the strong, beautiful person that you're capable of being. So, yeah, even if this isn't as dramatic in life or death for some of you as for others, at the base level, we're told that there's a negative spiral of self-sabotage that can happen. Again, I'm looking at this debilitated card, revealing Juno in partnership underneath that. So this could even be a marriage or divorce proceeding for some people, where it's really moving through that discomfort zone to getting back into your independence. It's like shifting directions, shifting from expectation and routine into dynamic ideas and opportunities to take charge of your own life, to choose for yourself instead of for some partnership. It's like changing direction is like us going from listless into self-directed, grabbing the reins and tuning into that personal power and becoming aware of our ability to create this momentum in a positive direction. So if there is anything else, I think I will separate this deck. We have Sun Tzu said, ponder and deliberate before you make a move. And also, the clever combatant looks to the effect of combined energy and does not require too much from individuals, hence his ability to pick out the right men and utilize combined energy. So you may be rallying for a movement as well, or gaining some type of support in this way. So he wins his battles by making no mistakes. Making no mistakes is what establishes the certainty of victory, for it means conquering an enemy that is already defeated. Yeah, I told my daughter and our exchange student recently that the only way to make our best effort to stay out of a bad situation is to not put ourselves in a circumstance where that could happen. And to a certain extent, it's almost like, let's take the hurricane, for example. It's great to live on the coast, but hurricanes are a fact of life around the ocean's coastline. So it could even be about making a decision to move to an inland state where there's great lakefront property. Like, look at Michigan, for instance. It's like the certainty of victory is like you could move your house. I know that's kind of not what we're talking about, but it's just an example, taking yourself out of a situation. On the day that they're ordered out to battle, your soldiers may weep, those sitting up be doing their garments, and those lying down, letting the tears run down their cheeks. But let them once be brought to bay, and they will display courage. So, yeah, let's say in that way that we are the voice of reason or solace in a time of extreme change or grief for many people. You are letting people have their good cry and have their feelings without minimizing or look on the bright side type of a thing, but you're able to bring forward a transformative understanding of things, such as, in the right time, sometimes it is appropriate to say, well, there's this positive circumstance that I was thinking of, and I remember this memory that brought this up, and we can start by talking about good things or such as that. But I think that you have a special compassion here in the moment where you're able to help individuals to move forward in some powerful way. So you're being prepared for this. I don't know if you're also a counselor or social worker or advocate, recovery counselor, something like that, but you're being prepared for this role in a big way. So definitely know that you can provide that, and look for those opportunities, because you're going to be a powerful agent of change for these individuals, and it will help your own healing as well. So I'm wishing you so much of the best, and you have my very extreme respect for whatever it is that you're going through and whatever it is you're providing. So take care of yourself, Pisces. Until next time.